3 events in my life sum up how I became who I am today. They provided my significant moments of learnings, aha moments, and leadership nudges defining my future. I will attempt to tie these 3 events together: bookmobile, little brown journal, and cocktail parties. Bookmobile. Growing up in Middle America, I spent my summers at the pool, exploring the town on a bicycle with my friends, and dreading the mandatory summer reading from our school. I never really liked the latter. We were told it was good for us, and it was something to keep our minds growing as we moved up to the next class. These words went in and out of my ears as a 9-year-old. It was one of the last things I wanted to do, yet it was part of the summer ritual, and everyone in the school was expected to participate. This year, when the bookmobile arrived at school, I picked out a biography about Benjamin Franklin. I couldn't put it down. Why wouldn't a 9-year-old boy be fascinated to read about a founding father, international statesman, and inventor who once flew a kite in a storm to study electricity? Franklin was a man of great worth and vision and a thought leader in his day. I was hooked. It was the opening of a new world where books would be a vehicle for learning, travel, and escape. My mind was a blank canvas, being painted by words and stories of the past. Books introduced new thoughts, principles, and places transcending time and space. My father told me to read all I could and become a voracious reader. He encouraged me to enjoy and study books with a variety of genres, to become well-rounded and interesting, whatever that meant. Little Brown Journal. When I was 12, my father gave me a little 6x9-inch brown blank journal. He told me to fill it up with things of interest, words to remember, and thoughts to ponder. What was he thinking? After all, I couldn't help but think I was only 12. I didn't have any thoughts or know what I wanted to remember. What I did have was a couple of things going for me. I was curious and full of energy. I wanted to know how things worked, how inventors invented, and what made people act and do things they did. What would be the first thing to write about in my new journal? I considered it for a while and looked through other books for inspiration. Most publications didn't start until about the 4th page. They had titles and acknowledgments and a table of contents, of which I had none. With that, I turned to page 4 and stared at a blank page. Nothing. I had nothing. I closed the journal. A few days later, I was looking through a book on ancient civilizations. I have always been fascinated by the ancient Greeks and Romans, their architecture and early history. Something caught my eye, and I instantly knew what I would write on page 4. I got home, picked up the journal, turned to page 4, and wrote at the bottom, Carpe diem. Carpe diem is a Latin phrase meaning seize the day. It was first used by the Roman poet Horace to express an idea to enjoy life now because you can't trust much in the future. Live for today. This expression spoke to me. It was perfect.